Now, I mentioned that we're going to talk about some amazing customer stories and that we're going to talk about artificial intelligence. And we've got a great story around artificial intelligence. As you know, we announced something called Einstein. We're super excited about it. And the next gentleman who's going to speak, Bret Taylor, is, first of all, he's a great person and he's a great executive. And he's wearing a tie today, which I very much appreciate. Thank you very much. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. So Bret joins us from a company called Quip. He was the CEO of Quip, which is an incredible productivity tool, and I'm sure he's going to talk a little bit about it. But just to give you his background, he was the chief technology officer at Facebook before he started Quip. And he was also, if you like Google Maps, how many of you have ever used Google Maps? Okay, well, he was the co-creator of Google Maps. So if you got a problem with it, you can talk about it right now. But anyway, I want to introduce Bret. Let's give him a round of applause. He's only been here for about 10 months. So Bret.
No joke, to this day, my mom still calls me every time she gets lost. I'm like, Mom, I've been gone from Google for like a decade, but turns out your mom doesn't care about that. I'm really excited to be here today to talk to you all about artificial intelligence. I'm a computer scientist by trade, and I can honestly say, as Keith said, the past decade has just been awe-inspiring in terms of the innovation. I've got a supercomputer in my pocket. My kids talk to the Alexa on our kitchen counter like she's a woman standing in our kitchen. And if you believe the articles, which I actually do, AI is going to be driving my car in a few years. And at Salesforce, we really view these fundamental technology shifts as the main opportunity we have to achieve our mission, which is to enable all of you to get closer to your customers. We've been at the forefront of bringing innovation to enterprise software. We were the first to bring sales automation enterprise software to the cloud, and we were the first to bring social networking into the enterprise. And our mobile app, which was one of the earliest enterprise mobile apps, is by far the most widely used Salesforce One mobile application in the enterprise. With the Internet of Things, we've now enabled you to bring all of your customers' devices to the Salesforce platform as well. But I think it's worth saying, because Salesforce is really different than our peers in this area, that technology to Salesforce is not an end to itself. Technology is like a superpower we want to give all of you to connect with your customers in whole new ways. And this is why we're so excited about artificial intelligence in particular. When we talk to customers, a lot of the people who've adopted all these technologies over the past decade tell us they're a little overwhelmed. They've got thousands of new ways they can talk to their customers. And if you've connected to the Internet of Things, you've got these mountains of data that you just really can't make sense of. Artificial intelligence is truly the main opportunity we have to kind of rationalize this complexity. With artificial intelligence, that mountain of data can become insights. And AI can actually tell us the best way to engage with our customers, and it can do so in a scalable and personalized way. We're truly entering the age of artificial intelligence. Every single one of our industries is going to be transformed by AI. Whether it's robotics on the manufacturing floor, or voice recognition with customer support, or the financial algorithms that are really driving trillions of dollars in our economy, every single one of our companies will be transformed by this technology. I really, truly believe that the companies that embrace AI now will be the leaders of their industry in a decade. And that's what we want to enable with Salesforce Einstein. We wanted to create a technology that will enable all of you to start leveraging AI today. With Salesforce Einstein, with clicks, not code, you can make all of the Salesforce applications you use today more intelligent, more predictive, and more automated. You don't need to be a computer programmer. You don't need to be a data scientist. You don't need a PhD. Einstein is everybody's data scientist. Our vision is that everyone should be able to benefit from this technology without the kind of lost investment that so many of our customers have made in other technologies. What makes Einstein so fast and so easy is that it already knows about your customers, because all of your customer data is already in Salesforce. But the promise of AI isn't limited to data about your customers. With a landmark agreement that we just made with IBM, this Salesforce Einstein intelligence about your customer data can be married with IBM Watson information about data outside of your company. I'm really excited today that we have one of our partners here from IBM who will tell us a little bit more about this partnership. Can you please introduce yourself and maybe tell us a little bit about this partnership?
Sure, thanks, Bret. Good morning. My name is Beth Smith, and I work for IBM leading the Watson business as a part of IBM.
Well, I just want to say thank you so much for coming here and talking to us a little bit more about this partnership. Do you mind telling us about how this partnership came together and the opportunity that you see in the partnership?
Sure. So actually, as Keith was going through Salesforce's values this morning, it reminds me that they're very similar to IBM's at the core of these companies. Also at the core of both of these companies are business solutions. You know, how do we help all of you solve what you deal with in your enterprises every day? And so when you take those two objectives and missions as a part of it, and then bring together what Salesforce has with Einstein around CRM data, and think about how do you expand out to the world of all the data you may need, that brings in IBM Watson for that external, that other enterprise and external data. So it seemed like it was a perfect partnership that we could ultimately help all of you. And I know many of you are already benefiting from it.
Well, it sounds like there's a lot of opportunities for a lot of different industries with this partnership. Can you give us maybe some of the use cases that you think are the most compelling in your mind?
Sure. So I'll start with financial services. A financial advisor, you know, is going to deal with individual investments, risk profiles, et cetera. Now you bring with that news and external financial reports. That's a way of bringing Salesforce, Einstein, and IBM Watson together. Another example would be in retail, where you have preferences, shopping preferences, buying behavior, et cetera. And now you bring with that weather data, as well as industry retail reports. Actually, Bret, one of the interesting ones I've been thinking about lately is with Kone elevators. You think about manufacturers, and many of us are product companies, but at today's era, it's not really about the product only. It's also about the service or the experience. They have 1 million products in service. We all use them all the time. They move 1 billion people every day. And most of us probably get on these elevators and we don't think about the experience unless there's a problem. And of course, then it becomes an issue. So they've been really moving forward with technology and put their elevators as a part of the Internet of Things. So now the elevators are sending information constantly. Watson is evaluating that to determine if it's out of tolerance or not. If it happens to be, it then initiates within Salesforce a service ticket. Einstein can then determine the best technician, the best tools and methods to use, and frankly, in many cases, can solve the problem before anybody realized there was an issue. I think that's just a great example that we can apply to many industries.
Well, thank you so much. Can we give a round of applause to Beth for telling us more? Thank you so much. There are truly an infinite number of opportunities with this partnership. I think it's two of the strongest brands in technology coming together to provide, I think, the best intelligence platforms to all of you, all of our customers. To make this all a little bit more concrete, I'd like to give you a demo of Salesforce Einstein and IBM Watson in practice. So in this demo, I'm going to be an insurance agent, my side job. I moonlight a little bit, don't tell Mark. And I use Salesforce Sales Cloud to manage my relationship with all of my policyholders. This is my dashboard, the screen you're looking at. This is a screen I open up every single morning to decide what I'm going to do next. And this dashboard is built on a technology called Salesforce Lightning, which I think many of you are familiar with. The coolest thing about Salesforce Lightning is that it's not just a user interface. It's truly a platform and an ecosystem. So it combines technology from Salesforce, like Salesforce Einstein, with the entire ecosystem of functionality from partners in the Salesforce App Exchange. So in my dashboard, if you look at the right-hand side, you'll see Salesforce Einstein. And this is Salesforce Einstein providing predictive analytics and recommendations, recommending to me in a personalized and real-time way how I should be interacting with my policyholders. And that Salesforce Einstein module is right next to a module built by IBM called the IBM Watson Weather Alert Service, powered by the Weather Company. This weather module is scouring the Earth for APIs and satellites and producing literally billions of forecasts to find critical weather incidents that might impact people in my policy region. And you can see all the different types of weather it can predict, from rain to hail to wind. And if you zoom around the map, you'll see all the different areas of Boston that might be impacted by critical weather. But this is where the magic happens. Okay, so IBM Watson can predict the weather. Salesforce Einstein knows about my customers. What happens if we combine these two things? I love that part. I think IBM Watson is trying to tell us something. What do you think? It sounds like there's going to be a hailstorm in Boston in a couple days. Even with Boston weather, that's probably unlikely. But for the purposes of the demo, that's what's going to happen. So IBM Watson predicted that there's going to be a 95% chance of hail in a few days. And combined with the knowledge from Salesforce Einstein, it found all of the policyholders in the Boston region that might be impacted by that hailstorm. And it didn't just plot them on a map. It automatically notified those policyholders that the hailstorm was coming so that they could protect their property and avoid filing a claim. So IBM Watson predicted the weather. Salesforce Einstein figured out which of my personal policyholders were impacted, and we proactively sent them a notification, saving them money and saving my insurance firm a lot of money. How did we do this? We did it with a technology we call Einstein Predictive Journeys. I'm going to show you how that works in Salesforce Marketing Cloud. For those of you who haven't seen Salesforce Marketing Cloud before, this screen is called Journey Builder. It's a screen that marketers can use to define what we call customer journeys. Think of a customer journey as kind of a script of the way your company talks to your customers. Every journey starts with an event. In this case, the event was a critical weather incident from IBM Watson. But the next step is actually my favorite part. So for those of you in marketing, most of the time when you're reaching out to your customers, you have a catch-all rule about how you do it. You send an email, you send a text. Well, not all of your customers are one size fits all. Some customers might be more mobile first. Some might have your app installed and prefer a push notification. Well, with the new technology from Einstein called Einstein Smart Split, you can take that decision away from the marketer and make it intelligent. With Einstein Smart Split, this journey builder will automatically notify my policyholders on the channel that's most appropriate for them personally. It'll choose individually for every person whether they should receive an email, an SMS, or a push notification, automatically and in a personalized way. Let's see how this looks for our policyholders. So on the left, we have Sarah. And Sarah got a text message because Einstein determined that a text message was most appropriate for her. That was the channel that she'd be most likely to read. And we know that she has motorcycle insurance, so the message is personalized as well. We recommend that she put her motorcycle in her garage so it doesn't get damaged by hail. And then Jacob gets an email because that's the only channel we have to reach him. We know he owns a boat because of his insurance policy, and we recommend that he covers his boat so that the hail won't damage it. And then finally, Emma, she's installed our mobile app, so we send her a push notification directly from the app. 3 different people, 3 personalized messages to 3 different channels based on the profile of those individuals. All of a sudden, thanks to IBM Watson and Salesforce Einstein, we just saved ourselves 3 claims that would have otherwise been filed and developed incredible trust with our customers. And the best part about all of this is that Salesforce Einstein is available today for all of you to use right now. You can actually use over 30 different intelligent features built into the Salesforce apps you already use today. Already with Salesforce Einstein, Salesforce is truly the world's smartest CRM. So to take a step back, Salesforce Einstein is our answer to what we view as the AI transformation in enterprise software. And I've talked to you a lot about how important that is. But it's actually just one of 5 significant technology trends that we see transforming enterprise software. In addition to AI, we have speed. I think you all agree that our employees and our customers have radically different expectations about how fast our software should feel. And then there's productivity. There's a brand new generation of productivity and collaboration tools that are transforming our employees' expectations about what it even means to work together. And of course there's mobility, because our most productive employees are not tethered to their desks. They're talking to customers, and they're interacting with software on their mobile devices. And then there's the Internet of Things, the 63 billion internet-connected devices that all of us know can give us a more complete view of our customers, but is really representing a significant challenge in how we integrate that in our single view of the customer. I'm going to walk through all these transformations, but I'd like to start by talking a little bit about speed. Salesforce Lightning is all about speed. We built Lightning to make it all the teams at your companies that use Salesforce work faster and work smarter. The most important part about Lightning is it works equally well whether you're working on a phone, a tablet, or a PC. And it's getting significantly better with every release. Just this past spring release, we released over 200 new Lightning features to close the gap between Lightning and our legacy experience. And as I mentioned, Lightning isn't just an interface. It's also an ecosystem and a platform. And the Salesforce App Exchange is the #1 enterprise application platform. You'll find modules like the IBM Watson Weather Alert Service, but you'll also find full-fledged apps like Financial Force that can completely transform your Salesforce experience into the solution you need for your company. And as Keith mentioned, we're also trying to bring speed to commerce. Salesforce Commerce Cloud is the #1 cloud-based commerce solution. Over 350 million people have a faster shopping experience thanks to Commerce Cloud. Just this past Black Friday, we powered over 5 billion page views and 3 million transactions for vendors like Puma and Vineyard Vines, See's Candy. It truly is the best way to get a single view of the customer across your retail stores and your e-commerce experience. And then we have productivity, something near and dear to my heart. I could probably spend all day on this slide, but I'll avoid that. So, when we talk to our customers, the main thing our employees tell us is they're drowning in email and they want to be more productive on mobile devices. Quip is a real-time collaboration solution deeply integrated with the Salesforce platform that enables you to collaborate on documents, spreadsheets, and tasks. But the most important part of Quip is that communication is built deeply into the product experience. So you can actually be productive without email and without file attachments. The companies that have gone wall-to-wall with Quip, like 21st Century Fox and Facebook, actually have seen a 30% reduction in email and a 30% reduction in meetings simply by adopting the product. If you haven't used it, take out your phone, go to the App Store, and download Quip. Try it on a project, and I promise you'll see the difference. And that brings me to the mobile transformation. How many people in the room have installed Salesforce One? Raise your hand. You're not alone. 1 million people use Salesforce One every single month. It's by far the most popular enterprise mobile application. And it's getting even better. Now you can completely customize the Salesforce mobile experience for your company. You can change the color scheme, the content, the icon, and we'll even distribute that custom application on the App Store on your behalf so your employees have a completely customized solution. With clicks, not code, you can actually build a complete mobile solution for your employees. It's completely transformative when you're thinking about mobilizing your workforce. And that brings me to the Internet of Things. There are over 75 billion internet-connected devices, and a lot of our companies are trying to leverage that signal to better serve our customers. The main complaint we hear from our customers is that data is siloed from their customer data with Salesforce. With the Thunder IoT Cloud, that's changing. You can bring all these signals into Salesforce so it's co-located with your customer data, so you can truly have a single view of the customer and leverage these signals to serve your customers better. And that really represents our vision for the intelligent customer success platform. At the foundation, we have this unified data architecture and the multi-tenant architecture that you all know and love that protects your data. Unlike a lot of our peers, we built our AI technology, Einstein, right on top of that so that every single application you get from Salesforce can benefit from those insights and that intelligence. We built Lightning and the App Exchange on top of that so that every single one of our services in sales, service, commerce, marketing, and productivity can have the same amazing benefits. Mobile-friendly, super fast, and incredibly extensible, so you can customize it for your company. With the Intelligent Customer Success Platform, we're truly giving you new ways to connect with your customers. Thank you so much.
All right, great job by Bret. No surprise.